So, do you guys just want to introduce yourselves first?
You go first.
I'm Mike. I never get to go first. I'm Mike, and I play drums in the Stolen.
I'm Dom, and I sing.
I'm Kevin, I play bass.
In Stolen.
In Stolen.
And I'm Rob, and I play guitar.
In
In
Stolen.
the Stolen.
The Stolen has been a band for quite some time now. Could you tell us how you guys formed the band and started making music together?
I moved to New Jersey when I was 3. We moved next to Mike and Rob, and
Literally next door neighbors.
Yeah, like literally right next door to each other. And
Wait,
they're-
next door?
Oh, we shared a room at one point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that next door. No, but anyway, their father was always into music. He was always in bands and everything like that. So they started to pick up, their respected instruments, drums and guitar. And I was like, man, I'm like at that time probably like 8, 9, 10, whatever I am. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be left out because I don't have any other friends besides these guys. My mom's not gonna let me walk around the neighborhood. So I kind of just started to sing, and we formed the band and played just a bunch of block parties and gigs.
We killed
and shit
it on
like that.
block parties.
Oh my god, yeah, it was amazing because like all these adults who love classic rock, you'd go to your block party and all of a sudden there's like these kids who are like 2 feet tall, just like blasting out like classic rock, like AC/DC, and we had no idea what the songs meant. And like listening back to the songs, they were really vulgar and like a 10-year-old should not know what any of that stuff means. But we like did sort of. It's kind of that.
I don't know if
You
I did.
preached
I think
it.
I just kind of
Yeah, like I was.
I still don't know what they mean.
I was the one singing it. So like after a while, like when I got older, I found out what.
She shook me all night long.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm like,
I think I know what's
damn, like
going on
those
there.
lyrics were extremely inappropriate for my age. But back to the question, that's how we guys.
Congratulations on your new album.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
So, tell us a little bit about the sound of it and how you came up with some of the songs.
So, as far as the sound of it, for the past kind of releases and since we've been writing our own music, a lot of our stuff's been more so influenced by a lot of like early like pop punk, pop rock stuff. And as we still carry that kind of sound over, we, kind of went back a little bit. I mean, growing up, like Dom said, my dad was in a cover band and he was doing a lot of like R&B kind of stuff, Motown-y stuff. And that kind of cool kind of groove thing we all kind of like, and we kind of wanted to infuse that with what we've always played. So that's kind of where, as far as the sound of things go, we really want to do something different by combining the two. And as far as influence for some of the songs, we wrote them over the course of almost 3 years, and it's been a lot of things that have happened to us, individually and as a band. We just kind of wrote about that. So, and it covers really anything, some lighthearted things like being into a girl for the wrong reason, or just, things like getting out of a 3-year relationship, or just, there's a lot of, a lot of
There's a lot of
But that's basically the
We had a
general
blast.
gist of
Yeah,
it.
the new record it was really fun recording too. We did like majority of it ourselves. We got we recorded with actually this guy Mike Ottinger up in Union City, and then we did like guitars with him, and then we did everything else ourselves. We mixed it ourselves and all that. So it's really cool, like something that it's your product. So we knew that we were going to put in the work. We didn't have to worry about anyone else doing it for us. It was just kind of us.
A lot of
doing it.
experimenting too. I'd
Yeah.
say. We just were like, there was no boundaries. Nothing was a weird or bad idea. We're like, let's just try it.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's cool, like no one's going to put the amount of work into your band that you are, like your own band member. Like, so Rob was like staying up for nights on end, just mixing it.
A lot
So
of
cool.
coffee. It's too
Yeah.
much coffee. I'm
So
immune
we
to
definitely
coffee.
got our money's worth doing a lot of it ourselves.
And like what Rob said, how it was like, we just tried everything. That's like it was like someone had an idea. It's like, all right, hey, let's try it. What's what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
We just hey, we don't like the idea. So it was kind of cool in that sense as well.
So, do you have a favorite song off of the new record?
Can't get enough. I
Yeah.
think we can all agree with
But
that.
like, the thing
that's
is, like,
not
but you
my
brought up
favorite
I'm
song.
So Dead, and like I
Oh, that
grew
song's
that.
dope. That
Like I
song's
grew it.
For sure.
I don't know.
Or White Dress.
Is it gonna sound really cheesy to
White
say
Dress,
that I
White
like the
Dress.
whole record? And then like okay, yeah, I think I like the whole record. It just
I feel like it like flows really well.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very like a seamless record. I think for me, my favorites played live is different than my favorites to listen to. I think my favorite to listen to would be I'm So Dead. My favorite to play would probably be Can't Get Enough.
So, going along with the album, how would you say you guys have changed from starting up until now?
We grew up. We got it now. Yeah, I think that's kind of like.
Don's haircut changed.
Yeah, my haircut changed a lot.
Don
I
grew like 2 inches.
Yeah, no. I grew 2 inches since I was 10 years old. I'm 21 now, so it's not bad. Yeah, I would say really kind of you see the change, especially from us being from like say 10 and now we're like 21, like around that age. You see a big change in like everything, your sound, the music you consume, the way you like, the way you look, the way you dress, how you act. You know, it's a huge change. I would say like kind of everything has changed. You know what I mean? I kind of hope it would, since like, you know, I don't want to be acting like a 10-year-old at 21. You know what I mean?
I think musically, like, you know, like we said earlier, you know, like a lot of the stuff we first started writing was kind of very niche. It was influenced by a select group of bands in one certain kind of bubble, and I think it's because, you know, that's what you really get stuck up on.
We're surrounded by that.
Yeah, exactly. You just get, and it's not a bad thing. You just get really stuck up on a lot of these bands you really like that all kind of sound similar in a way.
And I think that's part of going.
Yeah, and then like you kind of look back at things and just start to care less and just throw everything together. You just start appreciating a lot more about music, you know, the value of things.
And I think what Rob said, it's kind of also part of growing up as a musician. You know, you have like, when we first started writing our stuff, like he said, there was that bubble, you know, like those bands just inside that bubble that we would constantly listen to. But now, you know, we listen to everything. So I feel that's also part of growing up as a musician, is appreciating other like, you know, other types of music and everything else besides what we listened to when we first started writing our music.
Yeah. You have been referred on numerous occasions to the 1975 meets the Maine. So are these bands influenced you, and who else do you look to for inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, like,
I definitely think
Definitely.
so.
Definitely, but at the same time, you know, it's just like we said before, it wasn't just those two bands. You know, like since we're listening to everything from classic rock to, you know, modern music now, they definitely have an influence, both of those bands. But who's to say that, you know, we have influence from, like, say, you know, the Police,
The
or
Third Eye-
you know,
what's
Third Eye
Third
Blind,
Eye,
and
yeah.
Tassels.
Exactly. What's really cool about those two bands too is like the main, you know, they're taking a lot of influence from like Third Eye Blind, 90s rock. They're kind of taking it back that way. And a band like the 1975 is bringing back the whole 80s vibe. So it all just kind of goes around in a circle.
Yeah.
And we kind of took the two of like the 80s and 90s and like put them together.
Yeah, I would say it's actually very accurate.
Yeah, and it's funny, like, you know, I guess why you can hear those, you know, similarities is those bands have, I guess, you know, a lot of the same influences. You know, they're not afraid to kind of just jump outside that box. I mean, you look at the first song on our record, kind of has more, you know, Narrow Lens has more of an influence of like bands like The Dangerous Summer and The Early November, a lot of those like early kind of like emo-y pop bands. And then a song like White Dress, you hear like, you know, like a Third Eye Blind or like, you know, a Sugar Ray, and then a song like Can't Get Enough, you know, it's influenced, you know, there's like, you listen really closely in the back of music, there's a lot of these little electronic elements. We kind of came from like late 90s, early 2000s pop music, like that you'd hear on the radio, like straight up in like a Backstreet Boys or like an R. Kelly track, you know what I mean? Those kind of, we brought back those like electronic
We are
elements.
the Backstreet Boys.
But, you know, it has that kind of groove thing that, you know, from Motown, chorus of like pop rock, and it's kind of how it all kind of glues together.
The American Pit covers music being played all across the U.S. So what is your favorite city to play in?
Yo, Columbus is lit.
Yeah, I love Columbus.
But Nashville, bro.
Nashville's
oh, yeah,
fun.
Nashville.
Nashville.
Location-wise, Nashville.
Location-wise, Nashville. Crowd-wise, probably Columbus. Although Buffalo's a very like fun
it's
city
loud.
for us as well. We have a lot of people showing support there.
I always like to be biased too with being, you know, at home. New Jersey's always fun
New York
too.
City's, but like
New York City's like
there's nothing
almost,
that beats New York City. That's why it's like I'm like
we're
obsessed
40
with
minutes
New York
from
City.
here, so it's almost like, I don't want to say a second home because there is a river in the way, but yeah, I mean, always coming to New York is
There's
great.
a river in the way.
There's a river there, and like 45 minutes of driving.
be
There's
Yeah,
traffic
but
and,
it's
like, factories.
yeah, we're here a lot too.
Yeah. All those cities that we just listed are all really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like the USA.
Yeah, we like the U.S.
All right.
Although Toronto's pretty cool. So now let's branch out of there.
If you were a girl for a day, what would you do?
Oh my
Take a
gosh.
shower and never come out.
I need to, I agree with Mike.
Yo, I would definitely take a couple showers.
I'd take 3.
I take 7. No, I agree with Mike. I'd take some showers.
No, I'd make it, like, if I were a girl, I'd make a dude take me out, pay for all my meals.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
That
go out on a nice date.
Take a
dress up.
sweatshirt, because girls always take that.
Why are you?
Yes. I would just
What
want
is
to get a
that?
sweatshirt collection, just like see how many dates you can line up and how many sweatshirts you can collect. Like it's a game.
Yeah, I feel like I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a lot of showers.
Yeah, for sure.
So who would you say is your celebrity crush?
Oh my God, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Victoria Justice.
No, you can't pick 3.
I'm picking 3, bro. I have a lot of crushes in this thing.
All right,
No,
I'm
that's-
gonna
no, that's
definitely
bullshit.
say Ariana Grande.
All right, if you're gonna take Ariana Grande, I guess. Oh, you know, fuck. Because there's like,
You could take Selena.
yeah, but like the Selena Gomez. What about like Victoria Justice? I can't leave her hanging
I
off
mean, I
the
have
side.
two also.
And like what about like Vanessa Hudgens? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like straight
Sure.
Disney. Like,
I feel.
Dom just like likes the Disney Channel.
yeah, yo,
Yeah,
Disney's
Dom's
great.
he grew up on Disney.
I grew up on Disney.
I grew up on Nickelodeon. What did you grow up
No,
on?
I was Nickelodeon, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
go Nickelodeon.
Probably Disney.
Oh,
I
I was a Nickelodeon.
I was a Disney person,
Really?
like hardcore.
You know, what, how about this? You guys go, and then I will have an answer, like a definite answer.
Well, I'm gonna say Ariana Grande.
I'm gonna say Lights. Lights
so
is
rad.
beautiful.
I'm gonna say Emma
Dude,
Watson.
Lights and Haley Williams.
But once you have long hair, I'm not big on the short
Who?
haircut. Emma Watson.
That's so Mike of
Because she's British. I like that.
Yeah, like you got Gigi Hadid. Yeah.
So, what is the craziest experience you've had with a fan?
I mean, crazy as in what sense? I mean, well, we had actually these two girls. This tour actually they drove to 4 of our shows. They're from Michigan. They came to the Michigan show, our show in Ohio, Indianapolis, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was like an 8 or 9 hour ride for them.
That's
So I guess you could say that's like
And they drove home the
yeah, and they drove home that same night. And I got like a DM like, hey, I'm home, and it's like, I saw it was like 6 a.m. I'm like, ew, gross. Like, why? 6 a.m. That's, man. But I would say maybe that for me. You guys have anything else?
I'd agree with that because I think about it too. I'm like, I think how far I've driven to see my favorite bands, and it's been like maybe like an hour, hour and a half at most.
Tops.
Yeah, I never would think of driving 8 hours. So I think that's sick. Like, you know, that's dedication.
Dude, I don't think my parents would even let me do that. They'd be like, what? No, get the fuck out of here. You are not going to drive 8 hours to go see a band that you saw like, a couple nights ago. But that's cool.
Tattoo's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like
That's
a
crazy.
Yeah, tattoo.
What do we
Yeah.
have, like 2 or 3 tattoos out there?
Yeah, we, have a
Yeah.
couple, we have a couple people with our lyrics tattooed on their body, which is
Yeah, that's-
amazing.
yeah, that's
See, like
crazy,
someone
too.
wants to get your lyrics permanently on their body, like forever. Like you're gonna be an old woman or man, and you're gonna have those
Unless they
lyrics
get
still on
laser.
your-
Unless they get laser.
The laser is very expensive.
Isn't it like painful?
Yeah, I think it's painful too.
Yeah. Well,
Go with
that's-
them.
So,
Yeah.
what is next for the Stolen?
Life.
Touring.
We're always looking to tour. We're always writing, or we're always just doing that, and we want to stay on the road, as many times as we can out of the year. So I would say a lot of touring and a lot of writing.
Now, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you to our fans for everything they do for us, whether it's driving 8 hours, to go see us, or giving our lyrics tattooed on their body or anything like
And
that.
thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for.
We're full of thanks and everything, everything like that.
It's almost like it's Thanksgiving.
But where's my turkey, buddy? Come on.
I got
Where's
you.
my dinner? Go in the kitchen. Put me up. Come on, go.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
what's
no,
going
but
on?
really, again, like I said, thank you to our fans so much. Without them, we couldn't do this. So, just thanks. I'll leave it with that.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
Oh my God, so much thanks being thrown around right now. This is
Peace.
awesome.